Okay, I've just been passing through Yosemite in the high country on Tioga Road, and passed through Tuolumne Meadows, which is a huge meadow at very high elevation. I don't remember the exact elevation, but as I was going down, I hit a sign for 8,000 feet. So I think Tuolumne Meadows is around 9,000 feet. I'll have to double check that later. But now I am sitting at the other end. Maybe 5 minutes ago, I was at 8,000 feet. And now I'm going to be soon at 4,000 feet. So I've dropped 4,000 feet in just a very short time. And I'm getting ready to enter the Owens Valley, which is on the eastern side of the Sierra. And I wanted to take this video real quick to show this very dramatic, beautiful, it's currently one of my obsessions with California. So on the other side of the Sierras, there is this huge lake. And you can see here in front of me that this is the lake I'm passing into, or at least it dumps into the bottom of this canyon that Tioga Road goes through. And the deal with this lake is it's called Mono Lake, and Mono Lake is like almost like a Dead Sea. Think of something like the Great Salt Lake, which is actually in the same what's considered the Great Basin region. The Great Basin of the United States is where water goes in, but it can't go out. And because it can't go out, the water must evaporate, because there's no exit point to the sea. It's a basin, it's a bowl. And the Great Salt Lake is also on the other side of this basin. The Great Basin takes up Nevada, huge parts of the West are part of the Great Basin. And it starts here. The Great Basin starts here. And the reason it starts here is because the weather comes in from the ocean and it can't pass, it drops all of its moisture as it goes through the Sierras. And that's why you get this beautiful, amazing vegetation in the Sierras. Things like the great sequoias live there because of this really unique ecosystem. It drops all that moisture, and now we're at the beginning of the Great Basin in the rain shadow. And what you're looking at here in this video is the Owens Valley. The Owens Valley sits in between the two mountain ranges that form the eastern edge of California before you head into Nevada, and the famous Sierras, and then the probably lesser known worldwide but very well known in California, the White Mountains. The White Mountains are the home of the oldest tree in the world. So California has both the biggest by mass tree, which is the giant sequoia, the tallest tree, which is the coastal redwood sequoia, and the oldest tree, which is the bristlecone pine. And the bristlecone pine lives, and they all live very, all in California. And the bristlecone pine lives in what is in the video to the left, which is the east. And that is a very dry mountain range compared to the Sierras, which are wet and lush. And the bristlecone pine lives so long because it has such little rain. It has dealt with that harsh condition by slowing its aging process. And I think the oldest one is 4,000 years, something like that. It's called Methuselah. It's actually along this road. This road is called Highway 395. It goes north and south, up and down the Owens Valley. Where I'm driving, you can see it's flat with the mountains on one side. It's a remarkable valley, ancient home of the Paiute people. They had learned how to irrigate it. And you may say, well, I just said that it was a dry valley. How are they irrigating? How are they getting water? Well, just because there's no rainfall, and the rainfall here is measured in inches a year, not feet. A normal year, 4 inches of water here, 4 inches of rain. A great year, 6 inches of rain. But yet you see that there's a lot of green. That is because of the snow melt. So that's what's unique about the Owens Valley, is that historically they've had decent water here because the snow melt comes in. Now, going back to that lake you saw earlier, that lake, is not hospitable to life. There are some brine shrimp that live there, but it is like the Great Salt Lake where it's dead. That nothing can live there because it's very a lot of salts, other minerals are in that water because it doesn't flow out. It just dumps into it, and then over time it evaporates, and that's it. Sort of distills it down. So, but there are creeks and things that flow through here from the snowmelt, and that's how the Paiute people irrigated this land. A lot of that is now drained. The entire Owens Valley has been drained. It's actually a pretty big ecological argument in California of what should happen with the Owens Valley, because all of the water that comes out of the Sierras here, there is an aqueduct that goes all the way down to LA, and that's where LA gets its water. In fact, if you've ever heard of famous man Mulholland, the famous road Mulholland Drive, that Mulholland is the guy that built the aqueduct. He's famous in LA because he saved the city. The city never would have grown had it not, because they didn't have water. And because of the aqueduct coming here all the way from the Sierras, where I'm pointing out, we're getting ready to get to, this sign says Los Angeles is 326 miles away. So 326 miles from here, the water that is melting from that glacier right there is going all the way down into Owens Valley, or it's going all the way down Owens Valley into LA, and that's where LA get their water. Mulholland built that 1912, sometime around there, about the time of the sinking of the Titanic, is when they were building the aqueduct. So anyway, that's the deal about Owens Valley. A very fascinating place. I'm at 4,000 feet. It looks like I'm at ground level, but I'm actually at sea level, but I'm actually, this is a raised valley, 4,000 feet above sea level. So it's considered high desert. And yeah, this is the place. I'm very excited. Later today, I'm going down to Bishop, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to be back up in the Sierras and hiking from Cottonwood Lakes all the way back to Onion Valley, which sort of circumnavigates Whitney. Whitney is the highest point in the continental United States. A lot of people hike that. I'm not going to be hiking to the peak of that, but we are going to be going around it. Really excited for this trip. Really excited to be in Owens Valley again. I love this part of California.